Hi, welcome. This is Jackie from Cambridge Safety. Welcome to one of our Take 5 Minutes. Take 5 minutes for a health and safety topic. In this one, we've got a health topic, so we're just going to talk for 5 minutes or so on the importance of sleep. In the 1990s, surviving on 4 or less hours of sleep almost became a badge of honour, but we now know having 8 hours sleep is good for the body, it's good physically and mentally. Sleep is a fundamental, it's part of us as humans. We have a built-in circadian rhythm, and if we don't sleep very well or we do lots of shift changes and things like that, it interrupts this natural rhythm that we have in our body. The natural rhythm is that we're going to be, during the day, we're going to be awake, and at night, we're going to sleep. And the usual pattern is for the human body to have 8 hours of sleep. That's the normal condition. If we get into an issue where somebody is suffering from significant sleep loss because they're consistently in sleep debt, which means they're not getting that 8 hours sleep a night, that they can put up with it for a few days, but over a period of time that can be detrimental to them, their health, but also safety in the workplace. Part of this has happened because we've now got 24/7 working patterns. People are not in the workplace necessarily 24 hours a day, but people are on call. How many of you have had a text, a phone call, out of hours, interrupting your sleep patterns or your preparation for sleep? If you're doing your emails just before you go to bed, that is not a good thing. It's interrupting your sleep. So there's very much now a blurring of that home work life, which perhaps once upon a time was very much fragmented. You left the factory at that particular time and you didn't do any work until you arrived there the following morning. So having lack of sleep has, we know, some detrimental effects on our health physically and psychologically. Here are a few of the workplace issues that can result from sleep deprivation. This is from the UK Health Security Agency. You may have all experienced some of these when perhaps you've been tired yourselves. Sleep is really important. It's not an add-on optional extra that we just do at the weekend when we've got time. Our physical and mental health rely on getting a significant, uninterrupted, good sleep. You can deal with sleep loss for a couple of days. That can be coped with, but when it carries on, that sleep debt is going to have an impact on us. The human body needs some time to recover. That's what sleep is about. Research shows that 4 in 10 people don't get enough sleep. That's going to have an impact on their health, but also potentially on safety if those people work for you. Back in history, our body's natural clock was in tune with nature because when it got dark, people didn't have any light, so they then went to sleep. When we had daylight, they woke up. That's our natural circadian rhythm. But as the electric light bulb has come along, and we can now have light, as much light as we want, almost, if we can afford it with our electricity bill, means that people are awake at all different times of the night as well. And obviously, from a real workplace perspective, we've got people working shifts. So why is it a workplace issue? Lack of sleep can increase stress levels. High stress levels leads to a lack of sleep, so they're interwoven. Night workers may find it difficult to get enough sleep during the day, particularly because obviously it's not dark. Shift patterns can lead to changing sleep patterns, and it means sometimes some people take quite a few days to get back in the right routine when they've changed the shift. People working antisocial hours may find it difficult to sleep. Work performance can decline. People get tired and fatigued, so they're not working as well as they could. You've got lost working days. The bigger picture, if people are not well, they don't come to work, then we've got the bigger economy losing time. Presenteeism is very much affected by sleep patterns. If we're very fatigued and we come to work, we are at work in body, but not really in mind. We're not being productive. It could have an impact on us and other people. We also know from research in the UK and internationally that higher mortality rates are incurred by people who don't get a good night's sleep. So it's really important. We don't want them sleeping at work necessarily, but we do want our employees to get good sleep and know that it's important. So here's just a few tips on what people can do to try and improve their sleep performance. So obviously it's good to open your eyes and get some daylight during the day. It improves our body clock and releases hormones. Keep mobile and exercise regularly. So this doesn't necessarily mean going out running or jogging, doing the gardening, doing the hoovering, these types of things. Just getting up and about improves your mental well-being and also can improve your sleep patterns. Avoid lots of stimulants like caffeine, alcohol, tobacco, etc. Particularly don't have them late in the day before you go to bed. Don't have lots of chocolate or large meals, again, just before you go to bed. That can disrupt your sleep patterns. If you want to have something, have a glass of milk, chamomile tea or something like that. That's far better for you. Research has shown that you should keep your waking up routine the same at the weekend as you do during the week. So if you normally get up at 8 o'clock during the day, if you normally get up at 7 o'clock to go to work, then waking up at 7 o'clock, you should still do that at the weekend as well. But what they suggest is if you then want to have a line, you wake up, maybe have a cup of tea or something like that, and then have a nap as well later on, rather than just having a long lay-in on the weekend. Keeping your mind clear. Work particularly, I think of things in the 2 in the morning, what about that? And then you spend time thinking about it and thinking about it, so you can't get back to sleep. So have a notepad by the side of your bed that you can just make a few scribbled notes on, or just before you go to sleep as well. Read a book, not on your Kindle, not on the telly, not on your tablet. A paper book is better for your eyes. Do some yoga, listen to some relaxing music, do a mindfulness meditation, something like that to just clear your mind. A crossword, that type of thing, just clears your mind before you try and go to sleep. Keep the room as dark as possible, so black out curtains, or if not, wear a night blind. The darker it is, you'll find it easier to slip into sleep more quickly. Ban technology from the bedroom, so don't be looking at a phone just before you go to bed. Switch off if you can up to an hour, for 30 minutes or an hour before you go to bed. Screen-free time helps your eyes recover, helps you de-stress before you try to go to sleep. Thanks very much for watching. Hope that's been of use to you, just about the importance of sleep. And even though sleep is not something, hopefully, that happens in the workplace, but lack of sleep is a health issue and it can also have an impact on safety in the workplace. This is Jackie from Cambridge Safety. Thanks very much for watching one of our Take 5 videos.